Well, Michael Carson back with another video. There's trouble in Turkey, so it's the Islamic Spring all over again. Just like the Obama days. Anyways, I just want to go ahead and read the article. I will also read the accompanying tweets, and I will splice in the videos via the tweets because it's better that way if I just do it in post. But Turkish police detain hundreds as unrest goes. Yeah. Turkish police detain hundreds as unrest grows over Istanbul mayor's arrest. Istanbul mayor Akim Imamoglu is seen as Erdogan's main rival in the next Turkish presidential elections. But he's been arrested. This article is courtesy of the cradle.co. You can go ahead and check that out if you like on your own. And it's dated March 22, 2025. Nice protest picture there. Nice protest picture there for you to look at. The article goes on. Turkish police detained 343 people during overnight protests in several cities against the detention of the Istanbul mayor Akim Imamoglu, the Interior Ministry said on March 22. The ministry said in a statement that demonstrations took place across the country, including Istanbul and the capital Ankara. It is said that the detentions were made to prevent disrupting of public order and warned that authorities would not tolerate chaos and provocation. It sounds like the UK too, right? After the Southport riots, or during the Southport riots, and then arresting people for the online posts, the very hurty words. The Republican People's Party, the CHP, of which Mangalu is a member, said that the detentions were politically motivated and urged supporters to demonstrate lawfully. The protests are the biggest in Turkey since the massive demonstrations of 2013 back in the Obama days to protest the demolition of the Istanbul's Gezi Park. Kurdistan 24 reported. See, that's coming out of Kurdistan, that little bit there. There's a great anger. People are spontaneously taking to the streets. Some young people are being politicized for the first time in their lives, said Yukil Daskin, a lawmaker from the CHP. The feeling of being trapped economically, socially, politically, and even culturally was already widespread, journalist and author Conrad Khan told AFP. The protests began on March 19th after Mayor Imamoglu was detained at his home that morning on terrorism and corruption charges. Yes, I'm saying the month before the day, just so you know. I see today during my interrogation that I and my colleagues are faced with unimaginable accusations and slanders, Imamoglu said in his defense during a counterterrorism police interrogation, a court document viewed by Reuters showed. Then we got a tweet from an account called redstream.net. We go to the full thing here. Happening now, scenes show the massive scale of ongoing protests across Turkey now entering their third consecutive day. Demonstrations continue to spread nationwide as police respond with tear gas, water cannons, and pepper spray in multiple cities. I'll go ahead and play the video that you will see on screen. As you can see, that was a lot of people in the streets. Imamoglu is considered a prominent rival to Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. He is set to run for his party's presidential primary on March 23rd, during which he is expected to be chosen as the CHP candidate for future presidential elections scheduled for 2028. Well, that's not happening, right? According to Istanbul Chief Prosecutor Office, Imamoglu and others have been accused of running a criminal organization, membership of a criminal organization, corruption, bribery, fraud, illegally obtaining personal data, and corruption in the public tender. Whatever the hell all that crap means. None of that makes any sense. He has also been accused of aiding the Kurdistan Workers' Party, the PPK, outlawed in Turkey by participating in an urban consensus initiative aimed at bolstering the Turkish group's influence in last year's local elections. Imamoglu's arrest came a day after Istanbul University nullified his diploma, making him ineligible to run in elections under Turkish law. What the hell? They took away his diploma. Since the detention of Ankara has identified hundreds of X accounts and detained 37 social media users for provocative posts inciting crime and hatred, Turkey's Interior Minister Ali Yergala said on Thursday. Efforts to catch the other suspects are ongoing, the minister added. Restrictions have been imposed on several social media platforms. That sounds just like the UK. Imagine that. The last video comes via Red again. Breaking news, protesters are pushing back riot police and water cannons in Ankara and massive anti-government protests across Turkey. And I will show you the video. If you enjoyed this video, please consider watching another one, and thank you for watching, and have yourself a wonderful day.